But it will also enable us to start with the excavation for the processing plant. We already have the planning permission to do that. So it's about getting that going and making sure that we maintain our critical path and not fall behind.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Cornish Metals CEO Don Turvey. Don, great to speak with you again. What makes this £56 million fundraising a pivotal moment for Cornish Metals and the South Crofty Tin project?
Well, this is huge for us, Stephen. Basically, what this means, it really puts us in a position that we can take the project to the next level, de-risk it further. The fact that we're getting these support from local government, from national government, from our key investors is critical. And I think the fact that South Crofty was the last mine to close and the first mine to reopen, this is just so huge for Cornwall and for the UK.
Don, how does the involvement of the UK government's National Wealth Fund reflect the strategic importance of South Crofty?
I think the fact that they're willing to back us and coming in at this level really shows that not only, the fact that we have the local support from our local MPs, the local government, but that national government is willing to not only speak the language, but to put their money where their mouth is, so to speak. I think that's huge for us. And they've really gone out of the way to make this happen. And we're really excited to have them on board.
You mentioned investor support as well, Don. What does the continued backing from Vision Blue say about investor confidence in the project?
I mean, Vision Blue came in, as you know, in 2022. They were really there first to help us to set up the water treatment plant, to start with the refurbishment of the shaft and the dewatering. And the fact that in this raise, they again not only backed their corner, they went way above that to make sure that we actually have the funds to deliver on our commitments in the next year.
Don, what role do you see South Crofty playing in the UK's push for critical mineral security and net zero goals?
I think it's going to play a key role. I mean, we're going to be the first mine, essentially, in the UK and in Europe. And in fact, there are no tin mines in the US or Europe for that matter. So the fact that we being the first mine to reopen, that creates a base load of tin supply in the country. And, that opens the way for other developments. You can already see that other people are really taking interest in what we do. And I think we're just breaking the ground now.
How will this funding shape the next phase of developments, and what milestones should we watch for?
Yeah, so what we're going to use this funds for is to finish off the dewatering and the refurbishment of the new cook's kitchen shaft. This will also enable us to order some of the long lead items, and that includes things like our winders. Those things take up to 12 months plus to build, so to get that orders in. At the same time, some other critical spares from or equipment in the processing plant. But it will also enable us to start with the excavation for the processing plant. We already have the planning permission to do that. So it's about getting that going and making sure that we maintain our critical path and not fall behind. This is also going to do for us is give us the runway till the end of March next year to secure our debt package. We've employed Endeavour Finance, and they're going to now have the ability, with the backing of this equity, to go out and raise the debt that we need, to get us to a final investment decision.
Well, I hope you'll keep us updated on progress at South Crofty. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Stephen.
That's Cornish Metals CEO Don Turvey.